When I was a kid, I used to fantasize about living inside of a floating egg. It was my own pod, sealed off from the world. I could float above everything, totally unseen, observing all of life's conflict from a position of complete distance and safety. I could see out, but no one could see in. Now, decades later, I can be an egg. Just like the preppers in Death Stranding, we each have our own sealed-off bunkers. We communicate in hologram. We rely on lonely, desperate people to venture outside, risk their necks, and bring us the supplies we crave so we can perpetuate our hibernation. And sometimes, we become afraid of touching each other. We can see out, but no one can see in. But an eggshell is very fragile. Its membrane is very thin. At any moment, it can be punctured. And when that happens, who knows what will leak inside? The world is scary. It's overrun by invisible beings, malevolent specters that want to grab you and mark you with some curse. And the only thing worse than the ghosts are the people. Better stay in your bunker, right? I don't know about you, but if I was a kid today, I'm not sure I would want to hatch. And, in some deeply ironic twist, as we're nestled away in our pods, what do we entertain ourselves with? Conflict, chaos, and post-apocalypses. Some destroyed American city, overgrown with vegetation. For me, that's a playground. I admire the texture of the crumbled concrete. I find desolate beauty in the abandoned cars. I like to think, who drove that car? Who lived in that house? I play the role of a virtual anthropologist, studying an imaginary parallel civilization. It's a peaceful experience, like reading a novel made out of polygons.
It'd be nice if somebody could fill in for me for a day.
If humans ever went extinct, maybe aliens would come down to our barren planet and do the same thing. But why are we so obsessed with seeing our own world destroyed?
Over and over again.
Why are we constantly turning the end times into entertainment? Is it because the end of the world seems so impossibly far away that it becomes a fantasy? I think it's the exact opposite. I think somewhere deep down we feel it's inevitable. And by living out our extinction in an infinite loop, we imagine we're prepared. We've been rehearsing day after day, but when opening night comes, we choke and forget our lines. They say no person is an island. Well, no person is an egg either. At least not forever. An egg only has two possible fates. It hatches or it fries. It wasn't long before I grew out of my floating egg/pod fantasy. I realized that being in the world, but not being a part of it, that's not fun. I didn't want to experience life through a one-way mirror.
Keep on keeping on.
I didn't want to merely persist, hunkered down underground, waiting for a delivery person to arrive with my rations. I wanted to hatch, climb to the surface, and play. Even if all that was waiting for me was a post-apocalypse.